Have you ever looked back on your life and wished you could have done things differently? As we age, the choices we make can either help us build a meaningful, happy life or inadvertently undermine our health, finances, and well-being. The reality is that many mistakes that seem small at first can have serious consequences over time, making old age difficult, lonely, and uncertain. These mistakes don't happen all at once, but rather gradually, leaving many people unaware of their negative impact until it's too late. It could be neglecting physical health, alienating friends and family, failing to adapt to change, not having a sound financial plan, or stopping learning and losing sight of life's purpose. These can silently reduce the quality of life, making old age a period of regret rather than enjoyment. But the important thing is, as soon as you realize these problems, you can change your direction and make better decisions. With just a few small adjustments to your lifestyle, you can make a big difference, helping yourself avoid unnecessary regrets and enjoy old age to the fullest. In this article, we will explore the 5 biggest mistakes that many people make when entering old age. We will analyze why these mistakes are common, how they affect life, and most importantly, how to avoid them. Are you unknowingly making these mistakes? Or do you have a family member facing similar problems? If so, let's dig deeper into each problem to understand better and find ways to improve. Old age should not be a time of regret, but a time to enjoy the fruits of life, maintain health, independence, and joy. Read on to discover how you can protect your physical health, nurture your relationships, adapt to change, manage your finances wisely, and keep your mind sharp. Small changes today can help you create a brighter future. Now get started. 1. Neglecting your physical health, a big mistake when you get old. When looking back on their lives, many people often wish they had taken better care of their health. One of the most common and serious mistakes when getting old is neglecting their physical health. This doesn't happen all at once, but rather gradually. Skipping a morning walk, choosing fast food over nutritious meals, or ignoring small health warning signs. Over time, these habits add up and take a serious toll, reducing mobility, lowering energy levels, and increasing the risk of chronic disease. Many seniors think that physical decline is a natural part of aging. But in reality, this decline is not just due to age, but also to lack of exercise, poor nutrition, and ignoring early signs of illness. When you feel stiff after sitting for a long time or notice that your balance is getting worse, it's your body's way of signaling that it needs attention. Without physical activity, the body will gradually weaken, making even simple activities such as getting up from a chair, climbing stairs, or reaching for objects above become difficult. Weak muscles reduce balance, thereby increasing the risk of falls, one of the biggest dangers for older people. A fall can lead to serious injuries, requiring months of recovery or even completely changing the quality of life. In addition, an unreasonable diet is also a big mistake. Many people think that when they eat less, they do not need to care about nutrition. But in fact, the body needs more nutrients to maintain muscles, bone health, and the digestive system. Lack of protein can cause rapid muscle weakness, lack of calcium increases the risk of osteoporosis, and lack of fiber can easily lead to digestive problems. Eating a lot of processed foods, skipping meals, or relying on fast food can lead to malnutrition, low energy, weakened immune systems, and chronic diseases like diabetes and high blood pressure. In addition, many older adults tend to skip regular health checkups. They only see a doctor when they have a serious problem, when regular tests can help detect dangerous conditions like high blood pressure, osteoporosis, or high cholesterol early on, conditions that often have no obvious symptoms in their early stages. If you wait until you have serious symptoms to see a doctor, the disease may have progressed to a point where it is harder to treat. The good news is that no matter your age, you can improve your health. Just starting with small changes like walking for 15 minutes a day, replacing processed foods with fresh foods, or doing light exercise with small weights or resistance bands can make a significant difference. Remember, taking care of your health not only helps you live longer, but also helps you maintain a full, independent, and happy life. 2. Isolating oneself. One of the most heartbreaking mistakes people make in old age is withdrawing from social connections. At first, it might seem harmless, skipping a gathering, making fewer phone calls, or assuming others are too busy. However, over time, this isolation can lead to loneliness, depression, and even a faster decline in both mental and physical health. Humans are social beings, and staying connected isn't just about having company. It's about maintaining a sense of purpose, engagement, and emotional well-being. Many seniors believe that loneliness is just a part of aging, But that couldn't be further from the truth. Research has shown that social isolation can have the same impact on health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. It increases the risk of heart disease, weakens the immune system, and has even been linked to a higher likelihood of developing dementia. When the brain isn't regularly stimulated through conversations, shared experiences, and emotional connections, it starts to slow down, making memory loss and cognitive decline more likely. Consider Dorothy, a 76-year-old who gradually stopped reaching out to her friends. She told herself they were probably too busy with their families and didn't want to bother them. Weeks turned into months, and before she knew it, she was spending most of her days alone, with only the television for company. She didn't feel like herself anymore, her energy dropped, her mood darkened, and she lost motivation to do things she once enjoyed. But when she finally made the effort to reconnect, calling an old friend, joining a local book club, and inviting her grandchildren over more often, her entire outlook changed. She felt more engaged, happier, and even noticed improvements in her memory and energy levels. Another mistake people make is relying solely on family for socialization. While family is important, expecting them to be the only source of companionship can sometimes lead to disappointment. Loved ones have their own responsibilities, and it's essential to have a network of friends, neighbors, or community members to engage with. Having multiple sources of social interaction provides a richer, more fulfilling life and ensures that seniors don't feel abandoned if family members are busy. Technology has made staying in touch easier than ever, yet many seniors avoid it because they find it overwhelming or unfamiliar. However, embracing simple tools like video calls, social media, or even voice messages can help maintain meaningful connections, especially when in-person visits aren't possible. Learning how to use these tools isn't about keeping up with trends. It's about making sure you're not left behind in an increasingly digital world. The good news is that it's never too late to reconnect. Joining a club, volunteering, attending local events, or even just making a habit of calling a friend once a week can make a world of difference. The goal isn't to have a busy social calendar. It's to maintain meaningful connections that keep you mentally sharp, emotionally fulfilled, and engaged with the world around you. 3. As we age, one of the most significant challenges we face is adapting to change. Many seniors resist new technologies, lifestyle adjustments, or evolving social norms, believing that their way of life should remain the same. However, the world is constantly shifting, and refusing to adapt can lead to frustration, isolation, and missed opportunities. Embracing change is not about abandoning the past, but about staying engaged, independent, and connected to the present. Technology is one area where resistance to change is particularly common among older adults. Many seniors avoid learning how to use smartphones, social media, or online banking, believing that these tools are only for younger generations. However, technology is not just about entertainment. It is a means of communication, access to essential services, and a way to stay informed. Those who refuse to adapt often find themselves excluded from family group chats, unable to access important online resources, or struggling with everyday tasks that could be simplified through digital solutions. Consider Albert, a 78-year-old who insisted on using his old flip phone. Over time, he realized he was missing out on conversations with his grandchildren, who primarily communicated through messaging apps. When he finally decided to learn how to use a smartphone, he found that it greatly improved his ability to stay connected and even made his life more convenient. Another way people resist change is by clinging to outdated habits, even when new and better alternatives exist. This could mean refusing to adjust their diet despite health risks, ignoring modern safety measures in their homes, or dismissing updated medical advice. For example, some seniors continue to eat the same way they did decades ago, unaware that their nutritional needs have changed. Others avoid installing grab bars or modifying their homes to accommodate mobility challenges, only realizing too late that a small adjustment could have prevented a serious fall. The mindset of "this is how I've always done it" can be dangerous when it stops people from making beneficial changes that could improve their quality of life. Social and cultural shifts can also be difficult to accept. Younger generations have different values, communication styles, and ways of living. Instead of resisting these differences, embracing them can lead to stronger relationships. Many seniors find that once they stop expecting things to be the way they used to be and start engaging with the world as it is, they feel more connected and less frustrated. Being open to new ideas and perspectives does not mean losing one's identity. Rather, it allows for growth and deeper connections with loved ones. The ability to adapt is one of the most crucial skills for maintaining independence and fulfillment in old age. Those who remain flexible, curious, and willing to learn tend to lead happier, healthier lives. Change is inevitable, but whether it becomes a burden or an opportunity is entirely up to how we approach it. Instead of fearing change, embracing it can lead to new experiences, deeper relationships, and a more enriched life overall. For poor financial management, one of the most devastating mistakes people make in old age is failing to manage their finances wisely. It is easy to assume that money matters less as one gets older, especially after retirement, when income may be fixed and savings seem sufficient. However, poor financial management, whether it is overspending, underestimating future expenses, or failing to plan for emergencies, can quickly turn what should be a comfortable period of life into a time of financial stress, dependency, and anxiety. A common financial mistake seniors make is assuming they have enough money to last, only to realize too late that medical bills, inflation, or unexpected expenses deplete their savings faster than expected. Many retirees enter this stage of life with a nest egg, believing they can spend freely without concern. However, without careful planning and budgeting, even substantial savings can disappear sooner than anticipated. Consider Richard, a 72-year-old retiree who enjoyed a carefree lifestyle, frequently dining out, traveling, and gifting generously to his grandchildren. By the time he reached his late 70s, he realized his savings were dwindling. Medical expenses began piling up, and he had not accounted for the increasing cost of long-term care. Faced with few options, he had to rely on his children for financial support, something he had never wanted to do. Had he been more mindful of his spending earlier on, he could have stretched his savings and maintained his financial independence. Another mistake seniors often make is failing to adjust their financial strategies after retirement. Many assume that once they stop working, they no longer need to think about investments, budgeting, or financial adjustments. However, managing money is a lifelong process. Even in old age, making smart financial decisions can make a significant difference in maintaining a comfortable, stress-free life. Keeping track of expenses, understanding how much money is needed for health care, and planning for possible long-term care can prevent financial hardships later on. Seniors are also prime targets for financial scams, which can have devastating consequences. Phone scams, email fraud, and manipulative individuals posing as financial advisors can quickly drain life savings. Many older individuals grew up in a time when trust was a given, and scammers exploit this tendency. Learning to recognize financial scams, avoiding unsolicited offers, and consulting a trusted financial advisor or family member before making major financial decisions can prevent devastating losses. The key to financial security in old age is not about being wealthy, it is about being wise. Creating a clear budget, being mindful of unnecessary spending, and planning for future expenses can help ensure that money lasts as long as needed. Even small financial adjustments can make a significant difference. Taking proactive steps now, such as reducing discretionary spending, protecting assets, and staying informed about financial matters, can mean the difference between financial peace of mind and stress later on. Ultimately, good financial management allows seniors to maintain their independence, avoid unnecessary burdens on their families, and enjoy their later years without constant worry about money. 5. Losing mental growth and purpose. One of the most overlooked yet crucial mistakes people make as they age is losing their sense of mental growth and purpose. Many seniors fall into the trap of believing that retirement marks the end of personal development and goal setting. Without meaningful activities to engage in, they risk feeling unfulfilled, unmotivated, and disconnected from life. However, maintaining intellectual curiosity and a sense of purpose is not just about emotional well-being. It significantly impacts cognitive function, overall happiness, and even longevity. A common misconception is that mental decline is an inevitable part of aging. While cognitive changes do occur, the brain remains highly adaptable, capable of learning and forming new connections throughout life. The real issue is not age itself but mental inactivity. When people stop challenging their minds, whether through reading, problem-solving, or exploring new skills, their cognitive abilities begin to stagnate. Research has shown that seniors who stay mentally engaged by learning new things are less likely to develop dementia and other cognitive impairments. Consider the example of Linda, a retired teacher who spent her days passively watching television, believing her best years were behind her. Over time, she felt increasingly disconnected from the world and even started experiencing minor memory lapses. However, Her outlook changed when she decided to enroll in an art class at a local community center. Not only did she develop a new passion, but she also made new friends and found renewed energy. Her experience highlights how even small efforts to stay mentally engaged can lead to significant improvements in both cognitive function and emotional well-being. Another critical issue is the lack of purpose that many seniors experience after retiring. After spending decades working, raising families, and handling responsibilities, they suddenly find themselves without a clear role. This can lead to boredom, loneliness, and even depression. Having a reason to get up in the morning, whether through volunteering, mentoring, gardening, or pursuing a hobby, adds structure, motivation, and meaning to daily life. Fear of failure is another factor that holds many people back from trying new things. They believe they are too old to learn or adapt, but in reality, age has no bearing on the ability to acquire new skills or develop new passions. There are countless stories of people in their 70s, 80s, and even 90s who learned new languages, started businesses, or pursued creative endeavors. The key is to maintain a mindset of lifelong learning and exploration. Keeping the mind active and maintaining a sense of purpose doesn't just improve mood, it has profound effects on overall well-being. People who remain intellectually and emotionally engaged tend to live longer, healthier, and more fulfilling lives. No matter how old you are, your mind is still capable of growth, and your life still holds meaning. The choice to continue learning, evolving, and contributing is entirely yours. Aging is not just a stage of life, but also the result of the choices we make over the years. To have a healthy, happy, and fulfilling old age, it is important to avoid common mistakes such as neglecting health, isolating yourself, not adapting to change, poor financial management, and losing spiritual growth. An important lesson is that health does not come naturally. It is the result of taking care of yourself every day. Stay active, eat well, and get regular checkups to prevent illness. At the same time, do not isolate yourself. Connecting with family, friends, and participating in social activities will help you maintain optimism and meaning in life. Most importantly, always keep the spirit of learning and finding purpose in life. Try a new hobby, share your experiences with the younger generation, or contribute to the community. As you continue to grow, you will find life is always full of meaning, no matter your age. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.